Good morning, beloveds. I still have a little bit of a cough, and the cat really does not like it. Foster does not like the cough at all. So I'm trying to get him to come back. Because he didn't leave the room, he just left the couch. Come on. He's not buying it. All right. It is September 27th. Our title is Turning on the Light, and our author is Agnes Sanford. From The Healing Light, 1947. In order to receive God's light in the body, we must first be able to forget the body so that we can quiet the mind and concentrate the spiritual energies on God. Let us sit comfortably with the head at rest and the hands folded in the lap. Many people find it helpful to meditate with the feet raised, resting upon a footstool, or even in another chair. The spine may be relaxed and comfortable as one sits, but it must not be curved or cramped. The one who prays will discover the reason for this as they connect more and more closely with the life of God. They will find that they are filled with such fullness of life that their spine must be free so that their chest can expand. They will notice as they relax that even their breathing is altered, becoming slow and thin and light, as if to leave the room for the Spirit of God within. If we consider the body just enough to make it comfortable so that it can relax, the Spirit will direct its care and provide its needs. Interesting. Okay. And I will remind you that if you happen to get in a comfortable position and while you are meditating or falling asleep, Reverend Marcia called that a napitation. It's okay. It is absolutely okay if you get yourself in a comfortable position to fall asleep during prayer and during meditation, because your body needs the rest. So that's why she called it a napitation. And I want to remind you that it's absolutely okay. If you fall asleep during a prayer or during a meditation, it is because your body needed it. And this is speaking from one whose body frequently, my body is not getting the rest it needs. And part of that is because it is really hard for me to get comfortable. I'm in the learning curve of an autoimmune. So I am not the autoimmune, but my body is dealing with an autoimmune. So, and I have to learn the body's limits, the limits. And that was why I was listening the other day, and it said, I was listening to in my own head, and in my own head, I heard it's okay to have limits. It's okay to have limits. And I was like, oh, New Thought says we can do anything, we are infinite possibilities, right? Okay, so yes, we can have infinite possibilities, but it's okay to have limits. I have limits on how much peopling I can handle, how much interaction with other people and before I need to go rest. And so it's okay to have limits. And so what Agnes is reminding us is that we absolutely, when we are going to meditate or when we are going to do prayer, it is going to be far more effective if we can forget the body. Well, how do you forget the body? By making the body comfortable. So the body isn't niggling at you. So that little ache or pain or, whatever isn't screaming at you. And then your mind can focus on the Spirit. It can focus on God. So, and that's just the reality of having a material body. And it's okay. It's absolutely okay. So, if you are ready to meditate or ready to do prayer and your body has needs, then go take care of the bodily needs. Then come back and do your meditation and prayer. And she says, rest your head so that it's not, because I know when I'm particularly sleepy, like my head will start jerking, and it's really that it'll keep you awake. So if you want to focus on your meditation or focus on your prayer, then put your head in a position where it's not going to fall. And she says, put your feet, don't cramp your spine. Put your feet up. Go ahead and get absolutely comfortable. Now, for those of us who do moving meditations, it's kind of the same thing. We want to make sure that we're wearing shoes that are comfortable, that our clothes are comfortable so that they're not too restrictive and, our shoes aren't pinching us and, and that we have plenty of water so that we meditate while we are moving. And then again, we can take care of the body. There is absolutely nothing wrong with taking care of the material body. It is your vehicle that helps you to maneuver this material life that we are having, this material experience that we are having. Make it comfortable. Make it as comfortable as you can, as often as you can. Take care of your bodily needs. There is no virtue in neglecting the body. There is no virtue in neglecting the body. This body is a gift from God. It is made of spiritual substance. Don't neglect the body. Take care of it. Manage its needs, and then it will let you focus on your spiritual needs, your spiritual whatever, your spiritual desires, whatever it is. Take care of the physical body. Whatever it is that it needs, do it. Take it to the doctor, feed it, rest it, take it for exercise, take care of the bodily needs so that when you turn to focus on your spiritual needs, your spiritual desires, your body is not niggling at you. That is what she's saying. That is what she's saying. She's saying you want to turn on the light, take care of your body. She's pretty clear about it. Pretty clear about it. And she's right about the breathing. When you drop into meditation, when you change from, I think beta is while we're awake and alpha is while we're asleep. And then there's also delta. And I think delta is meditation, brainwaves. You can look it up. And your breathing changes depending on what brainwave you're in. So, and when you take care of the body, then you can focus on your spiritual needs. That's why you can look it up. It's called Maslow's ladder. And it talks about you have to meet the material needs of food, shelter, and security before you can do anything else. So if you want time to take care of your spiritual needs, then take care of the needs of the body. Absolutely take care of the needs. Do what you need to do to take care of the needs of the body. You want to fill yourself with light? Take care of the needs of the body. Okay? This is not a punishment. It is a vehicle. Don't ignore your check engine light. Okay? And she says it, in order to receive God's light in the body, we must first be able to forget the body. And she's not saying neglect the body. She's saying forget the body so that we can quiet the mind and concentrate on the spiritual energies of God. Let us sit comfortably. The mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to sit comfortably. Take care of the body. Take care of the body, and then the body will let the mind do what it needs to do. Take care of the body. So the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to sit comfortably. All right? Okay. All right. I'm going to move forward, which leads right into to do something loving for ourselves, do something compassionate for ourselves, do something kind for ourselves. Sit comfortably. How many times do we put ourselves in pretzels thinking that it's going to get us spiritually? And Agnes is going, no. If you want to do the spiritual work, we don't have to be ascetics. Buddha said the same thing. Walk the middle path. Don't be an ascetic. Don't be a glutton. Walk the middle path. Take care of your body. Take care of your body, and then your mind can do its job because it doesn't have the body chattering at it. So sometimes the most loving, kind, and compassionate thing you can do is to go take a nap. And if you are sitting down to do the spiritual work, don't beat yourself up again. That's why I wanted to give you Reverend Marsha's word of napitation. If you fall asleep, then the body needed it. And the mind needed it. It's okay. All right? The most loving, kind, and compassionate thing you can do for yourself sometimes is absolutely to go take a nap. Sometimes it looks like taking a deep breath before you speak. Sometimes it looks like taking a walk. Sometimes I'm a big believer in moving meditations. Especially since it's hard for me to sit still and sit still comfortably. So for me, moving meditations, like that entire bike ride, outside of when I was talking to Tom, that's a meditation. It is a moving meditation for me because my body is in a position where unless I'm going up a hill, my body on the bike is comfortable and the body has something to do. So I can, do that. Do what you need to do so that you can focus your spiritual energies. And the mind will absolutely, if you take care of the body, then the mind will also go, and you let the mind rest, then the mind can take care of the body. You'll make better decisions, trust me. So, naptations, it's a thing. I want to remind you also, I like to say eat dessert first. Now, I do mean sometimes, occasionally eat dessert first. I'm a big believer that chocolate is the first step to fixing anything. But I also want to remind you that it's a metaphor for don't save the good stuff. Our life is a special occasion, okay? Don't save that stuff for just that one time a year. Let's make the ordinary extraordinary a little more often. Get out the fancy dishes. I don't even own fancy dishes, which I find really funny. I have fancy stemware though. I have fancy glassware, and I have fancy silverware, and I don't have fancy dishes, but I do have fancy glassware, so I can do that. I did actually just recently bring some out and put them on display because they've been in the box since we got married. I'm just like, you know what? Those are pretty. Let's put them where people can see them, including us. And that's what it looks like. I may not be using they're Waterford crystal goblets and they're beautiful. I may not be using them to drink out of, but at least they're out where we can see them and they're now on display. They're part of a display. So yeah. And that's what I mean when I say eat dessert first. Put don't save the good stuff. Don't let it gather dust in a box. Put it out where you can see it. Wear the nice clothes, write in the good notebooks, burn the nice candles. And then I also want to remind you that joy is a quality of God. Joy is a quality of you. No matter what is going on in the world, you deserve joy. So please make room for joy, okay? Just in the last couple of years, especially over COVID, it got really, it got really apparent to me that no matter what is going on in the world, you can make room in your life for joyful occasions. Yes, sometimes the world is absolutely crazy and there are awful things going on in the world and they do need our attention. But we also are allowed to have joy, to make room for joy. It's those small moments of joy that make life really worth living. So please make room for joy. Practice love, kindness, and compassion on yourself. You are your own best test subject. But my goal in saying it every day is to remind you to create that habit. Ideally, you will get to the place where everything you do for yourself and others is loving, kind, and compassionate. That's why I say it every day. That's why. That the whole goal is to make sure that everything you do, because when you practice on yourself, you are connecting to an infinite source of love, kindness, and compassion. That's all God is. Love, kindness, and compassion. When we connect with that, when we let that flow through us, we get closer to that world that works for everybody. And most important, you are a beloved child of God. You deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. So, say no to things that are draining you and say yes to things that push you a little out of your comfort zone. All right, beloveds. The rest of the suggestions are basic self-care. Do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like for you, which is my nice way of saying exercise. Drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. Since I have learned more and more about the Sjogren's, which is the particular autoimmune that I'm learning to live with, hydration is super important. Your brain works better. Your body works better. Your skin looks better when you are well hydrated. Drink plenty of water. And then, hang on, there went my brain. And then I want, to remind you to, there's that Ernest Holmes quote. The bright light. Yeah. So we got out a little bit earlier this morning, and so there were a couple of times when we got that really good golden light because it was, fairly low on the horizon. So between 7 and 9, the sun hits the earth at a particular angle that is good for your vitamin D. It is good for your circadian rhythm, and it only takes 5 to 10 minutes. And your circadian rhythm is just a hormone balance. So I encourage you to get that 5 to 10 minutes of early in your day bright light. If you get up before the sun, artificial light does help too. So, whatever it is that you got to do, but it's just 5-10 minutes bright light. It'll help you. You'll have more energy during the day and you'll sleep better at night. All right. And then there's that Ernest Holmes quote. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you, you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. What it is it's all God. It is the principle that we live by. There is one source. That source is God. That source is spirit. That means it is all spirit. And occasionally we need to look around the world and go, oh, it's all spirit, and let it rock us back on our heels. Let it rock us back on our heels and go, because then you will move through the world differently. And it's worth it. It is worth it. The more often you can look around the world and see that the one source, the more often you will go, oh, and you will move through the world differently. Our goal is to create a world that works for everybody. Well, how do we do that? We do the work on ourselves. And it's by recognizing the one source. That means that you are of the one source as well. So, all right. Okay. And you can always take Emma's advice. Look for the good and praise it. Heaven is a mindset. It is a state of mind. It is a state of consciousness. When you recognize that, and looking for the good, praising, and recognizing the one source are two ways to do that. Heaven ceases to be a place you have to get to and can become any place that you are. When you become that island of peace, that island of calm, when you meet people in their storm, you don't get pulled into their storm. What you can do is pull them into your peace. You can give them a place to rest. You can hold your light up so they can see where to put their feet on their path. We cannot walk each other's paths for us, but what we can do is hold up our lights so that we can see where to put our feet. All right? Look for the good and praise it. All right. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. So I'm going to encourage you to check them out. There are hours and hours and hours of content. Thousands of hours of content, all kinds of things, and including this thing called You, which is my absolute favorite Ernest Holmes book. I found out there wasn't an Audible version of it, so I read it to you. All right? No commentary, straight up, just reading. So it's available if you need it. All right, beloveds. Where was I gonna go? info@creativelife.org is the email. info@creativelife.org. That'll get you on the constant contact. Constant contact is hot, full of hot links. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information you want or to the person that can help you get it. All right. And we won't overwhelm you with emails because it's a real person doing it. You get about one a week. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an amazing day, an awesome day, a napitation day, a make yourself comfortable day, a sit comfortably day, a take care of the body day, a let your mind rest day, a light day. Since we are turning on the light, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved child of God. You are a brilliant light. You are a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling, in whom God is well pleased and well represented. Know the truth of your being. Explore the truth of your being. Peel back the layers of who you have been told you are. By society, by culture, by religion, by all of that nonsense, by people that love you, that people that don't know you. Peel back all those layers and figure out who God knows you to be. That person, that's the essence of you. That person is really cool. That's who you want to know. Explore the truth of your being. All right, beloveds. Reverend David should be in around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.